Hello. Thank you so much for popping by. It means the world. My name is Angelica. This is Angel's Thoughts, my perfectly imperfect channel. And this is the Gooby Doo. Say hello, my little dog. So, I'm really not sure what direction this channel is going to go. I really don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So this is my very, very, very first upload. And I will be answering questions for my first videos. I had a whole bunch of questions asked for my AMA I posted on the Instagram. And that's what I will be doing. For today's question and answer, I just had my paper and I lost it. Is this it? It is. I found it. It fell over. So, question is from Mondo Eye Candy. Now, there's no rhyme or reason to the way, the order of these questions. Just whatever is first on my Instagram. And this was the first one on the line there. And Mondo Eye Candy writes in, "Hi, Insectivora." Hi, Mondo Eye Candy. Side note, Insectivora is also me. Little performance art character of mine. So I'm known for that name as well. Mondo Eye Candy writes in, "Was curious, what was your first tattoo and how long did it take to get to where you are now?" Well, I will tell you. I'll give you sort of, a little bit of a tattoo tour. Not a full one because I'm not taking off my clothes. I'm an old lady. I'm going to be 56 years old tomorrow. Can you believe it? Wow. Well, at the time of this recording, I'm going to try and upload this tomorrow, but we'll see. All right. Well, back to the question. All right. My first tattoo and what led me up until today. Well, back in 1988, when I was 18 years old, I got my first tattoo. And oh my goodness, for the longest time, I totally forgot about my first tattoos. I've been telling people the wrong tattoo for my first tattoo. Oh, so embarrassing. Well, the real first and second tattoo, you can't even see them. That's why I forgot about them. They're underneath this black shape right here. There's a rose that I got in a tattoo convention in Long Island, and then kanji that I got in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And after that, I think in like 89, I got this flower on the side of my head, under my hair there. And so yeah, then I didn't get tattooed for a few years because I was just bumming around the country. I moved to Los Angeles for a year in like 89 to 90. I lived in New Orleans. I lived in Chicago. I came back home to New York where, I got really wrapped up in addiction. So yeah, you want to learn more about that story, you should check out my Soft White Underbelly interview. Yeah, I talk more about that. And so when I was back in New York, yeah, I didn't get any tattoos. Then when I finally moved away again to get my life situated, I moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota. And there's where I got a whole bunch more tattoos. Just guesstimating kind of from the years of 1992 to about 1999. I got a bunch of tattoos in Minneapolis. So those consist of, in no particular order, I worked at a club called First Avenue 7th Street Entry, and a bunch of us there have all this unfinished, see, as like part of that biomechanical work. It was really popular, like that H.R. Geiger type artwork to get tattooed on your person. So yeah, this guy was tattooing a bunch of us. Oh, and then he got kind of wrapped up in addiction, so he stopped tattooing. And wherever you are, I hope you're okay. I hope your life is good. If you're here in this mortal coil, if you've moved on to another plane, I hope you're doing well. So yeah, I got that. I got the dots on my eyebrows. And I know Skitch gave me a bunch of tattoos before he did my face. I was in a band with V, Hope, and she was married to Skitch, and that's how I made that tattoo connection. So he gave me this look. It's an old Halloween cat. I know it's kind of blurry now. She's old. And he did the blue flames on my back with 8s and aces. And we started on the line from here to there. We continued the line down some more. Then in like 98, I think we did the outline to this and filled it in 99, and we did more sections of that. Now, while we were in the band, Skitch had the connection with the people of Burning Man, so we would work out there to fund our tours. So at the end of that Burning Man job in September of like 2001, I met up with some people from New York, and I hadn't been back home for a while, so I went back to New York with them to visit here, and September 11th happened, and it was like, oh no. So I was stuck in New York, where I ended up working at these tattoo piercing shops called Cassiopeia and Andromeda. My dog's making funny sounds. So while I worked at Cassiopeia on West 8th Street, I had gotten some tattoo work. That's when I got the black work done here. And the tattoo artist even tried to talk me out of covering up the rose, because it was a really pretty rose, but I don't know. Who knows what was going on in my little brain skillet back then. I just didn't like it, and I wanted to just be covered in black and gray, and so that happened. Then I ended up getting more color tattoos. I know, I'm ridiculous. That's how it goes. So I got that. Also, while I worked at Cassiopeia, I had some black work done on my stomach. And then this lady, I got a colorful rooster on a noose on my lower leg. And when I was working at Andromeda, I had Steve Bolt. Hey, Noodle Boodle. Gooby. No. Oh, my friend. You are just getting into all kinds of mischiefs. Come on, Boo-Boo. Come on, up. Come on up. Good boy. Oh, thank you for the kisses. You're just a good baby. All right. Lay down, Boo-Boo. Lay down, little Poopert. Lay down. Come on. Lay down. I'm making a video. This is what happens. Aww. All right. Back to my tattoo story. So when I was working at Andromeda, I got this lovely lady here by Steve Boltz, really great tattoo artist. And then it was time I could go back to Minneapolis, Minnesota, because all the lockdowns were lifted from the martial law and all that craziness. So, but 3 days before my friends are to leave to come pick me up, I go to the Roseland Tattoo Convention where I meet Dick Zigun, who offers me a job at the Coney Island Circus Sideshow. So I don't go back to Minneapolis and I stay in New York to work at the sideshow. And then while I worked there, I got more tattoos. I then went back to Steve Boltz, who at this point in time was working at a shop on Ludlow Street, and he did a two-headed snake that runs all the way down the right side of my person. And I went to go get tattooed by Jonathan Shaw at Fun City Tattoo, but I had just missed him. He moved out of the country, and I ended up getting a whole bunch of work from Pon and Big Steve. And Big Steve runs Fun City now. But yeah, so the ones that I could show you, we got Pon, Big Steve, Pon, and I have some more on my back by those guys. And yeah. Then as a sideshow performer, one of the years there, like every year, they used to have the Coney Island Tattoo Motorcycle Convention. So I had this like hand-done tattoo here that I didn't like. So John, who was tattooing one year at the Coney Island Tattoo Motorcycle Convention, did the cover-up for me there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, sorry I'm all over the place. I forget, like I said, I'm an old bat. But I drew this on my hand on a birthday while I lived in Minneapolis, and had that done in Minneapolis by a tattoo guy who didn't want to do it. I went into a shop with the drawing on my hand. He's like, I don't tattoo hands. And I'm like, but I have my face tattooed. He's like, and I'm like, so you tattoo hands now? I was like, all right, I guess. So he did. And then while I toured in sideshow groups and places, I got tattoos on the road. And I'm trying to think which ones. I think it went this, my two-headed koi. This I got with Heather Holiday. She got a similar one. We got similar matching tattoos. And what else? Rock Rocket did my matchstick and these little turquoise faded stars, the hammer and nail. And yeah, and then other tour ones. I got a bunch on my legs. Oh, and when I was visiting my friend Clem and his lovely wife Sarah, they had this tattoo friend over, and she gave me a little funny fish on my leg. Oh, and then another tattoo I got while I worked at the Coney Island Circus Sideshow. The Miami Ink people came, and yeah, I got a tattoo on my thigh of the Wonder Wheel from that. And then the last tattoo that I could think of that I got, the last one before I took a long hiatus, was this tattoo on my neck. It's a butterfly, and I got it one of the very last Roseland Tattoo conventions. Oh, bummer. I wish that convention still went on, but alas, it doesn't. But I have a funny story about getting this tattoo. So I'm laying there getting tattooed, and the guy's buzzing away, and we just get to talking, as you do. And we started discussing our pet peeves of people's reactions of our out there tattoos. And I was talking about, like, I hate when, like, guys are like, ooh, you got a lot of tattoos. I got a tattoo. Want to see? And in my head, I'm always like, no, but you're going to show me anyway. And then they proceed to take off their shirt to show me some tattoo of theirs. So we're laughing, and sure enough, oh my God, this guy comes up to his booth and he's like, oh, you got a lot of tattoos. I got a tattoo. Want to see? And me and the tattoo artist look at each other like, no way, this isn't happening. And there he goes, pulls off his shirt, turns around shirtless to show us this like really old outline of a tattoo on his back that he never got like done. Because you can tell it was really old, because when you have old tattoos, like you could tell like the lines start to spread and bleed. So yeah, they were like, it's too funny. And then after this tattoo, I didn't get tattooed for like, I don't know, like 15, 16, maybe even 17 years. It was a long time. I left Sideshow during that time. I was living in Austin, Texas. I didn't get any tattoos while I lived there. And I came back to New York in 2019. Thanks to Jelly Boy the Clown, and we had the best season in Coney Island. So good. Then the Rona came along, and so nothing for a while. Then about a year and a half ago, Jonathan Shaw was in town promoting his documentary Scab Vendor with his tattoo tour of filling in the blanks, making tattoos cool again. So I'm like, oh my God, here's my chance. So I go, I sign up on his Instagram thing and give him a deposit, and got all this beautiful, beautiful work done in between all my old tattoos there. So good. And if you want to see Scab Vendor, I believe it's streaming on a few platforms for free. So if you just put in a search for Scab Vendor documentary, Jonathan Shaw, it should come up. Highly recommend. And so, yeah, then I got to visit my bestie, my BFF, Jonathan Shaw, a couple of months ago, not last month, about 2 months ago, maybe now. And yeah, got some more work done. So yay. Thank you. He's so wonderful. And yeah, so again, if you get the opportunity to get tattoo work by Jonathan, highly recommend. 5 million stars. And yeah, that is basically the story of the tattoos. And I know I missed a couple now that I think of. So this I had gotten done on tour. It's like a self-portrait of myself. I got done by Katzen. When I was working briefly at one of Carmen's shops out in Brooklyn or Queens, I can't remember. But then, I got my little pirate skull guy. When I was working at Andromeda, I got this little, it looks like a skunk. It's supposed to be a squirrel done by Joe Squirrel, who's no longer with us. When I was on tour, when I was down in Fayetteville, Carolinas, I forgot if it's in North or South Carolina, I got this zombie lady back there. She's cool. And then again, stuff on my back and my legs that I'm not gonna take my shirt off or my pants off for you. But yeah, that is to the best of my recollection of all my tattoo stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to upload another question. The next question that I'm working on, it's kind of a more deep one for me anyway. So yeah, stay tuned. If you made it this far to the end, leave me a mini heart emoji in the comments. And if you'd like to have a question for me, leave that too. And thank you so much for stopping by. It really does mean a lot. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or your night. And I will see you next time. Bye.